Welcome back to the Grand Park Liquor Mart Education Center, and we're doing dairy best size. We just ate up all of our curried peas with cream. They're gone. And so now we're turning our attention to mac and cheese. Now, when I was 20, got in at 2 in the morning, it was mac and cheese. When I was 30 and I had a kid and I was tired at the end of the day, mac and cheese. But now that I'm not 20 or 30 and my life is perfect, it's time to luxe it up just a little bit. So I'm still looking forward to truffled mac and cheese cups. So where do we get started?
We get started off with the macaroni. So we basically have cooked and drained our macaroni. That's done. We're ready to go.
Okay, again, a humble start, right? And we're going to turn it to
macaroni,
something
something
special.
you've got in your cupboard, right?
Perfect.
So the star of this dish is the cheese and, of course, the cheese sauce. So the cheese we're going to be using that makes it the truffled mac and cheese is the Bothwell black truffle cheese. If you've ever had it, you know it's amazing.
I discovered it totally by accident last summer. I bought a huge chunk of it and it was gone in no time. It's extraordinary.
It's really, really flavorful.
Yes.
And that's what brings that sort of sophisticatedness to this particular dish. So what I've done is I've shredded an entire square of the black truffle cheese. It's approximately 1.5 cups.
Okay.
And so then this recipe takes 2.5 cups. So the difference I've made up with 1 cup of the Bothwell cheddar cheese.
Can mix it up probably. Hey, have some fun.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And so basically we're just going to blend our 2 cheeses into the bowl here. And we're gonna do that. Now, if you don't have access to the black truffle cheese, you certainly could add a tablespoon of black truffle oil to your mac and cheese, and it'll be totally fine. I'm just gonna use my hands here and mix this up a little bit.
If you get the cheese, though, I mean, that's always the best way to go.
Oh,
that's just personal
I
opinion,
like it because I don't know if you can tell, but there's black flecks in here, which are the black truffle, right?
Yeah, you can absolutely see it.
You can really and truly see it. So this I'm saving for garnish for the end,
Okay.
okay? So in the meantime, we're gonna make our cheese sauce.
Okay.
So we're gonna start by making a white sauce. And a white sauce traditionally starts with a roux. So now a roux is equal parts butter and flour.
Okay.
So I've melted the butter in here, to which we're going to add our flour.
This is where I start to get nervous,
Yeah.
Sarah, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, we're gonna add a little bit of mustard powder and salt, and then I'll tell you a few tricks of the trade. How about that?
Yeah, well, see, and I think my problem is you have to be patient, and this is what I do when I'm making cheese sauce, because it always ends up lumpy, is like I stir a little bit, and I go check my messages, I come back, I stir a little bit, and then I run and, you know, put my daughter's hair in a ponytail or whatever, and you shouldn't do that. You really have to dedicate your whole mind and body to this process, and it's worth it.
Well, to the early stages of this
Yes.
one, right? Absolutely.
That's where it counts, right?
And so with this one in particular, when you're making a roux, the amount of time is what determines the flavor.
Okay.
So the longer you cook the roux or the flour and the butter, the more of a sort of like nutty roasted flavor it's going to take on, which is important when you don't have a lot of flavors in the dish. So this one we have lots of cheeses going on, so we're good to go.
All right.
So you can see we've cooked off the roux a little bit and we've sort of broken it up. And then what we're going to do...
It's getting lumpy.
Yes, it's getting lumpy. No,
Okay.
because what we're going to do is we're going to add our milk very, very slowly, and we're
Okay.
going to stir at the same time.
Okay, you may have to just say a
So
woo Nelly
I will
here
say
for me.
when. Okay, so that's good.
Okay.
And so we're going to mix this all up.
I
And
love
what-
these cups, or these,
Yeah.
like all your, with the dairy farmers of Manitoba, you got the nice
Our
little
100% Canadian milk cup.
Yeah.
And did you actually know, speaking of Bothwell cheese, of course Bothwell cheese is made with 100% Canadian milk.
Correct.
But it's also made with local milk. So it's locally produced milk and it's locally processed cheese. So
All the better.
it really truly is a fine Manitoba product. So you can see we're getting rid of all the lumps in there.
Listen, I think I know the secret to making this perfect. You just have to come over and help me every time I do it from now on. Would you?
You know what? You can do this on your own. I have full faith that you can.
Bless your
because
heart.
We're going to get to a point where, okay, you can add a little bit more.
See, this is where, like, mind you, if you don't have the lumps now, could I just dump the rest of it in there?
We're going to mix this in, and then absolutely, that is the next step.
see?
See, you got this, Des.
That looks perfect.
Okay, so you can add the rest. And so this is the most important part. That's why you need a little bit of patience is key here. But now you can see we're going to have a really nice blended white sauce without any of the lumps in it.
Okay.
And so we're going to allow that to simmer, and then the sauce is slowly going to thicken up, and then
Okay.
we're going to have our white sauce.
And you're supposed to be stirring, are you supposed to be stirring constantly when this is going on?
Yeah, stir,
Stir.
fairly frequently because you don't want it to burn. So I've got our white sauce over here, and it's going,
Okay.
and for which we're going to add our cheese. There we go, there's
All
our
right.
element. So we're gonna add our cheese into here.
I'm going to mix that up a little bit
Yes,
for
please,
you.
if you can get
Okay.
in there, absolutely.
Well, I can't mess it up now.
Oh.
You did all the hard work.
You know what, I'm actually gonna give you a different job, Des.
Okay, what's my job?
So moving along here, we're going to line the bottom of the muffin tin with some breadcrumbs. Okay, so now the breadcrumbs are gonna give it some texture as well as allow the muffin cups to come out a little bit more easily. Okay, so you put about a teaspoon in the bottom of each of the cups.
And then I guess ideally you kind of do a little bit of this.
Yeah, that's right.
That's about all I'm prepared to do.
And so then what's gonna happen is we're going to, once the cheese is all melted, and then we're gonna put it into our...
Mix it in. Oh, here I was ready to...
Yeah, you're ready to scoop it in. Now we're gonna mix it into our pasta. And you can mix that up.
Oh, yeah.
So the cheese should be a little bit more melted, but that's okay.
Yep.
And then I'll just show you, I'm using a kitchen scoop, but you can use any, a couple
That's
spoons,
brilliant.
whatever
That's
you
perfect.
want. And then we're literally just going to put it in our muffin cup. Boom. And you can mound it up so it looks almost like a muffin, which is really nice.
Oh,
There
look
you
at
go.
that.
And then you put your garnish on top, and away you go.
And everybody is in love with you because you've made them a truffled mac and cheese cup. That is fantastic. Thank you. We're very excited. We're going to move on to cauliflower leek and bacon gratin when we return on Great Tastes of Manitoba.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by Manitoba Agriculture, Food and Rural Development.